3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11.
Welcome to Roots of Reality. I'm your host, Ben Baumann, and today I'm going to be talking about the history of superstitious beliefs. So throughout human history, superstitious beliefs have been a big part of human society, whether beliefs about the mysteries of existence and why we are here, to magical medical cures, to biased ideological beliefs about political views, or even beliefs in mythical creatures. It is human nature to believe in something, regardless of evidence, because sometimes, well, we just want to believe. For example, historically there have been many superstitious beliefs, including things like, for thousands of years, some people have believed that they were gods. In fact, this was popular in ancient Egypt, where pharaohs were considered gods on earth. Also, for thousands of years, some people have believed you could cure any medical problem by making a hole in a person's skull, which, by the way, is probably not a good idea, so I would not recommend you do that, unless it is part of a procedure to remove a brain tumor or something. Additionally, for thousands of years, going back to the beginning of human civilization in Mesopotamia, slavery has existed in human society, based on the ridiculous idea that some people are inferior to others, and therefore deserve to be slaves. Lastly, for thousands of years, going back to ancient Greece, some people have believed in werewolves. So, beliefs like this are a part of our history, but unfortunately, they are also part of our world today. And though I just gave a few examples of historical superstitious beliefs, and there are many more, of course, today, unfortunately, superstitious beliefs remain very popular, and here is a somewhat long list of the favorites in the modern world, and I'll try to be brief here because there's a lot of them, but I think they need to be mentioned, and I'll also try to quickly give a response to each superstitious belief in a sometimes joking way to highlight just kind of their flaws logically. So, just starting off, number 1, psychics. Okay, so if you're a psychic listening to this, we'll do a quick thought experiment here. What number am I thinking of? Nope. So it was actually 234,576,309. Number 2, ghosts. Would be fascinating, but no scientific evidence currently. Number 3, mythical creatures. Well, I must say I'm still waiting to see Bigfoot. Number 4, ancient aliens. The pyramids are great, but honestly, I would probably expect more from aliens. Number 5, the Earth is 6,000 years old. I actually think it would be more impressive, though, for God's creation abilities if it was 4.5 billion years ago. But that's just my opinion. Number 6, Atlantis. Sounds cool, but unfortunately no evidence. Number 7, flat Earth. Well, that was disproved thousands of years ago by the ancient Greeks. Number 8, the idea that there was this mysterious civilization 12,000 years ago that built the pyramids. Okay, well, I will give them credit. I'll give the people who believe this credit that it is more realistic than ancient aliens building the pyramids, but unfortunately there's no archaeological evidence for that. Number 9, everything is part of God's plan. So this is a popular belief by some in the religious community, but at the same time, given some of the awful things that happen in the world, I would hope that everything is not part of God's plan. That would be pretty disturbing. Number 10, there is only one natural sexuality. Well, that's not true in the animal kingdom. So, number 11, no free will. Well, there's no evidence for that, but I guess it is a great excuse if you're a college student to not do your homework. Number 12, acupuncture. Not really sure why getting stabbed with needles is healthy, but that's just me. Number 13, chiropractic care. It can be dangerous, so please be careful if you are a fan of that practice, especially due to neck manipulations. But yeah, no scientific evidence for chiropractic care. Unless you get very specific things done, they might be able to help relieve some pain, but it's not going to cure anything. Number 14, bad luck. Well, that's more likely coincidence. Number 15, evil spirits. I must say I don't think that God would allow evil spirits to exist. Number 16, Satan. Again, this is probably more likely to be the plot of a superhero comic book about good versus evil than reality. Number 17, reincarnation. Would be fascinating, but I think one life is plenty. Number 18, evil eye. No, people looking at you a certain way will not magically bring you harm in life. If you're not familiar with evil eye, that's definitely something to look up. It's a fascinating superstitious belief around the world, but not popular in other places. So like the United States, it's not something that people think about much. Number 19, karma. Though it would be nice, if bad people got punished for doing bad things, unfortunately there are plenty of people that get away with crimes in life. Number 20, virgin births. That can actually happen in the animal kingdom, but not in mammals, so that's unlikely that ever happened. Number 21, animal sacrifice. No, the gods or God doesn't need you to kill animals to make them happy. Number 22, Noah's Ark. A good story, but no evidence. Number 23, sin. Well, that's pretty subjective depending on the society you live in. Number 24, the idea that dreams mean something. Well, I dream about having an endless supply of Skittles, and that hasn't happened, so call me skeptical. Number 25, that people can be born evil. I must say that's an oversimplification of why people do bad things, so I'm going to say no. Number 26, miracle water. Would be great, but probably just regular water, so don't get your hopes up. Number 27, faith healing. If you have a medical emergency, go to a doctor first and pray later. Number 28, doomsday predictions. Easy to predict, but never actually comes true. Number 29, gambling is a good way to make money. I would say that's exactly what the casinos want you to think. Number 30, Chinese traditional medicine. So these are medical beliefs from thousands of years ago. It is like a computer that never gets updated, so it probably won't end well. I wouldn't recommend you use Chinese traditional medicine. Number 31, astrology. Fun to talk about, but horoscopes are kind of like fortune cookies. They're meant to be so general that they can apply to anyone. Number 32, ethnic purity. Unfortunately, for those who believe that they are 100% white, black, pink, yellow, green, sorry, you are the result of 300,000 years of people having kids with other people from different ethnicities, so there's no such thing as ethnic purity. That's just imagination. Number 33, violence helps make things better. Nope. Number 34, homeopathy. No scientific evidence it works, unfortunately. Number 35, anarchism. May seem like a good idea until you need something from the government. 36, evolution isn't real. If you're religious and you want to understand God's creation, don't forget to study it using science. Evolution is a fact of life, and really, I think it would be better evidence of the amazing creation of God than saying it doesn't exist. Much more sophisticated process than just saying, okay, God just one day, boom, just create everyone just like that. Number 37, telepathy. Did you get my message, by the way? Okay, number 38, naturopathy. Dangerous and no evidence. Number 39, raw meat is healthy. Not going to have a good time. Okay, next, 40, polygraph tests. Don't work. 41, personality tests. Don't work. 42, GMOs are bad. Actually, they are pretty good. So don't believe the hype of companies trying to go after GMOs so they can make money off of selling things that are so-called natural when everything has been manipulated by people to a certain extent for thousands of years. 43, vaccines are bad. Again, actually, vaccines are good. So that's an important thing for society. That's how we prevent people from getting diseases. Definitely not a good idea to skip vaccines. 44, we should trust everything our favorite politician says. Cue the cult of personality song. Probably not a good idea. 45, we should trust everything our political party says. Yeah, because that worked out well for Nazi Germany. 46, antibiotics help against viruses. Nope, only bacteria. 47, war is never necessary. World War II begs to differ. 48, miracle weight loss programs. Well, I must say some things are too good to be true. 49, political compromise is bad. I must say this is a great way to get nothing done in government. 50, salt lamps. Look cool but do nothing. 51. All societal problems are due to some sort of discrimination. I must say about this, the world is far more complex than this, so we need to be careful about assuming a problem is due to one factor when it usually is due to a combination of factors. Number 52, human-caused pollution has no effect on our environment. I would say this again in 50 years and let me know what you think. 53, IQ tests. They can make you feel good, but doesn't actually mean much. 54, having guns prevent government tyranny. A $900 billion a year military is a little bit better equipped for warfare than a bunch of guys with assault rifles. 55, judging historical figures based on modern standards of morality. You can pretend that you are the most moral person in the world and judge others, but it's only a matter of time before the future judges you too. 56, we should trust celebrity endorsements. As much as I love listening to my favorite, music groups or watching my favorite actors on TV, probably not the people I would ask for medical advice. So, 57, grain-free dog food. Not good unless your dog has an allergy. Same with cats. 58, gluten-free diets. Unless you're allergic to gluten, that's not going to help you. 59, if a person was claimed to do something bad, they must be guilty of that crime. So this is kind of a problem in modern society. It's this type of assumption of guilt that was how you got sent to the gulag during the Soviet Union. So this is a dangerous idea. Number 60, essential oils. So they can smell good, but not medically helpful. 61, age equals wisdom. Though probably true in some cases, there are plenty of old people who do not set good examples. I'm sure you can think of a few. 62, CBD oil. Could be helpful for some very specific things, but there's still a lot of research that needs to be done on it, and there's no evidence that can help cure anything. 63, dentists never do unnecessary procedures. There are many good dentists out there, but too many have financial incentives to do unnecessary things. 64, vaping is safe. Have we not learned from the cigarette companies of the past? It's healthier than smoking, but it's still not healthy, so please don't start vaping. 65, tests can tell who is smart. Some colleges would like you to believe this, but no. 66, dietary and vitamin supplements are healthy. No evidence for this, and they're not regulated by the government, so be careful. 67, all people in Europe and America are rich. Yeah, that's funny, but no. Plenty of non-rich people, including myself. And number 68, finally, probably the most topical for today. COVID-19 is fake, COVID vaccines aren't safe, and masks don't work. Yikers, actually, the opposite is true for all those. COVID-19 is very real. Viruses are not unusual. Pandemics are historically not unusual. COVID vaccines are safe. They're effective. Please get them if you can. And masks, they do work. That's the reason why cases will go down. If you want to get back to your normal life, you got to start embracing those things. So, for all these superstitious beliefs I have listed, and thanks for, staying with me here and listening to all those, there's little to no evidence for any of them, and, they're just ideas that people believe. And unfortunately, new superstitious beliefs occur every year. They just don't stop coming. So then we just have to ask ourselves, why does this really happen? Because, it's easy just to dismiss people as being stupid or naive, but honestly, they're not. There's a lot more to this. Why people do things, why they believe in things, it's complex, like everything in life. And if we just, dismiss people and cast them aside as just losers or something, that's not going to help, because they're not. There are people just trying to make sense of the world, and they're trying to get control of things. Everyone wants to be in control because so much is out of our control. And ultimately, it's just about wanting to find simple explanations for the complex questions of life. Thus, if you wonder what the meaning of life is, you will get countless different explanations around the world as to what life is about. Because people don't know. They're just telling you what they think based on their superstitious belief. Whatever helps them get through the day. Or if you have a medical problem and you don't trust science-based medicine, there will be countless practitioners of alternative medicine that will say they have this amazing cure for you that will quickly make all your problems go away. Or if there is a big societal issue in the country you live in, countless people will oversimplify the problem with this cure-all political ideology that they argue is key to creating the perfect society of your dreams. This is too often how people work. They find and create convenient truths to the problems that they face because, like a drug, it provides this quick relief to the scary feeling of uncertainty and not knowing what to do. And that's why so many people are attracted to these beliefs in life. It makes you feel good. It makes you have hope. And if someone really needs these beliefs to get through life and to make sense of their life, that's fine. No one should try to go and convert people because that doesn't work. It doesn't help. People aren't just going to listen to you if you say, actually, according to statistics, this and this is true, not what you believed, not what you have believed for your entire life. They're not going to go, oh, wow, I never knew that. Thank you so much for telling me this. That's not how people work. So, we have to just understand there's deep reasons for why people believe these things. And therefore, as long as these people are not promoting violence or endangering themselves or others, we just kind of have to let these people be. And, if they're open to hearing about evidence, that's fine. I will say one thing, though. If you do believe in superstitious things that I have listed, please be careful about magical medical cures, especially that are not approved by medical doctors, because that's a really dangerous thing. And that's probably one of the most common problems with superstitious beliefs. So lastly, before I finish this episode up, I would just say, for everyone out there that may be unsure or maybe they do believe in something superstitious, the world doesn't have to be this way. Sure, there are lots of things that are complex and hard to understand and no one knows everything, but it doesn't mean that we can't accept evidence. It is okay and normal for things to be confusing, but we need to embrace it. Because at the end of the day, we are just a species of animal living on a tiny rock in a gigantic universe, trying to make sense of this thing called life. So it is okay for us to not know everything, and that should be expected. Thus, superstitious beliefs may seem like a solution, but really they're just a distraction from reality. And I don't know about you, but I'd rather just accept the fact that I don't know something than to live in a world that doesn't really exist. And at the end of the day, life is what you make of it. So it's okay if you don't know everything. Embrace that, enjoy it, because life is short and it's just okay. It's normal. It's a crazy place, but it's your crazy place. So again, embrace it. Thus, as always, remember, billions of years led to you. So make the most of it.